Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Top Cut. I am Josue Crims Rohano, and with me are Kyle Pooka, Michael Pram, and the great White Hope, Ben Potter. This week, Drew Holden could not be here, but we're going to try and fill the gap that he's leaving tonight. And also, we're not going to really have... there we go. Starting early, Potter. We're not really going to have a lot to talk about this week because it's been kind of a week in news. PTCGO now having so, which is huge for the actual card game on. But on the side and maybe take a look at the recent card scans that have come up for our upcoming set that's coming out in about a week. And I guess we're gonna have to focus on that. So, how do you guys feel today? Anytime.
Take it over.
Well,
You're lagging a bit there.
We were just commentating all on how we thought we were all lagging, but no. We just all asked the same question: is Crim lagging? And yeah. So
Awesome.
I didn't actually get what you said, so you might have to say it again.
I'm gonna piece it together. I think he's asking about the new set.
I think the new set is good. I actually like it without Ether. It makes a lot of... It gives the setup decks a chance to actually play a game. So I'm intrigued on how the format's going to shape out. I think a lot of the format is going to be like turned upside down. Like there may be a couple decks that kind of like survive the set, but there's a lot of good cards in the set, and I like it.
Now, that's not what I asked, but that's a great answer, actually. Am I still lagging?
No,
you're fine.
All right, wonderful. No, I was just saying that the show is slow on news this week, so we're going to focus more on the set, and we're going to focus on PTCGO, and I wanted to see how you guys were all doing. But great answer. How about you, Kyle?
Well, hold on. I have more to this. I'm also sick right now. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's kind of the answer I was hoping for. Yeah, I hope
we'll continue with the boundaries crossed then, I guess. that's where we started. All right. Overall, I think most people are disappointed with news from the set because there's a lot of important cards missing, like Ether was the big one. Town Map and Bicycle are also missing, I think. I'm not sure exactly what else. We don't have all of the information yet, but from what we know, those three cards are missing from the set, and that made a lot of people upset. Because a lot of people start to test things early out, and they probably saw, well, Landorus CX works pretty well with Ether, but we don't have Ether anymore. So now it's going to just change the way the game's played. Obviously, we get computer search, which is going to be in every single deck, I think. Unless somebody comes up with a good way to use gold potion, which I don't think they will. But computer search is going to be a staple, and then we'll have Skyla as well. Otherwise, the trainers are fairly underwhelming, but we do get 2 more Rocky Helmet reprints, apparently, so look forward to that.
Awesome. What about you, Ben?
I kind of like the set. It's alright. I mean, the Pokemon in the set are kind of lackluster. I feel like there's only like 2 good ones. But we haven't really seen exactly what all the cards are going to be comprised of yet. I'm excited to play with the ACE SPEC cards. They seem cool. I'm excited to try them out. And I want to try out the ones you guys might not think are that good. But I kind of like Crystal Wall. I like that card. It's like 300
Cross your
HP.
fingers. Nobody plays Tool Scriber, please.
No one plays Rayquaza EX, please.
Whatever, man. I like it.
Good response. Whatever.
That's all you had to say?
What do you mean? What else am I supposed to say?
No. It just felt like you were going to keep talking, and you just kind of like just sat there. So I guess that is all you had to say. All right. So now that we've established the beginning part of the set, I guess I do have one specific question for you guys, and Kyle kind of touched on it. But what I want to know is, do you guys feel like they took the Ether card out, the Bicycle card out, Town Map out, or do you feel like it's kind of just like an error the actual people who were testing this, because we were never promised these cards to be there in the first place. It's just kind of a people, getting ahead of themselves and whatnot.
Well, I mean, I don't think it is the first time this sort of thing has happened where we expected cards to come out and they just didn't. So I'm not too shocked at this sort of thing. This is kind of the reason why I don't like to test with things before they come out, because you don't know when they're actually going to come out. So I understand people are disappointed by Ether not being in the set, but I don't know why you expected it to be in the set in the first place. Sure, it was probably the logical thing to include it in this next set, but when have the sets ever been logical? I mean, look at Call of Legends, look at sets like that. You never know what to expect, so I don't think you're justified to be angry about it, but maybe disappointed.
Okay. Pram?
I just like to think that maybe they heard Kyle's spiel on Ether, and they were like, this guy's got a point. Landorus, oh man. So,
Stop the presses!
we gotta, we'll blow our heads up a little bit on that, and then we'll just call it at that, because at the end of the day, we will probably never know why those cards were actually cut, and we just gotta accept it for what it is and what the format is going to be, because those cards are not in the format. So until then, we can just mark it up as, yeah, we did that.
All right, Potter. Do you agree with the humblest man in Pokemon over there, or not?
I definitely think people got ahead of themselves. This is one of the times I'm glad I don't try to test before the sets come out, because then this kind of stuff wouldn't happen to me. I wouldn't have wasted time building these decks that don't make any sense now. But as far as being disappointed, I don't think I'd be disappointed either. I just think if I was expecting something and then I found out that it wasn't, I'd just be like, oh, okay. But if I spent hours testing this new format and then it didn't came out, I'd be more disappointed at myself than anything.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Potter and Pooka in a sense that we were never promised these cards to be in the set in the first place. We kind of just figured what the big sets or the Japanese sets had been. You guys are giving me a weird stare. Am I lagging again? All right, I am.
Sure.
Wonderful. Can you guys at least say what or hear what I'm saying? If not, then
Nope.
You start talking, and then your mouth continues to move, and then the audio comes back on, and it goes really.
These
Good
wonderful lag
R2D2
issues.
impression, though.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. All right, awesome.
All right, so try again. What were you trying to say?
All right, no. Hopefully, I'm not lagging anymore, and if I am, I apologize. But I agree with Potter. I agree with Kyle. In a sense that we were never promised these cards. We assumed they would be there because of how the Japanese sets were printed. But again, I mean, Pokemon USA has every right to arrange the sets however they want, and I hope that they have a good reason behind it. As in maybe they did some internal testing and decided that that they didn't want to print the Ether cards and Bicycle so early because it might warp the format or something, and they wanted other cards to be able to balance the format out to be printed with them. So I'm hoping that's the case. Not really sure, but either way, I'm confident that we're going to have a pretty good set come out of this, and I didn't want to see Ether printed anyways. At least so if I can wait 3 months, then great. And I hope you guys heard that really bad.
I actually think they because in Japan they don't have all these cards in the same sets. They release these two different kind of sets at the same time. I think they didn't put all these cards in the same set for the specific reason that this set would be full of just a lot of cards, and that's the way it should be. But then when they bring out the next set after that, that's going to be full of not so great cards and not full cards, because they're going to have to reprint the Pokeball and Great Ball and stuff at some point. They're just saying we're keeping these things in format. So
No,
if you break it up like this, strategically for them, it appeases people more than if they made this one great set and then this one crappy set. Because then people were just like, oh, why can't all the sets be as good? Which I wish they were.
All right. Another problem. Well, I had another question for you guys, and you touched on it earlier, Kyle. You said that you don't think people are going to be playing the gold potion. Is there a reason why? Because the gold potion saves 90 damage. That's an entire turn. That's like a Darkrai killer in a sense, except for the fact that Sableye would be able to abuse it the most. Well, I guess not. Is it an item still?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
You can joke out for any of the ACE specs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it feels like it would be very good against Darkrai, obviously. And is there a reason why you feel like this card just won't see any play? Obviously, Computer Search is insane by all accounts, but is there a reason why you just don't think it'll see any play at all?
There can only be one, and it's always going to be Computer Search. That's why you won't play Gold Potion.
I don't get it. Computer Search doesn't seem that good.
I mean, it's insane.
Let me know what it's like when you can just search for a card.
Computer Search is good. That's a good card. People played 4 of it, but you're not playing 4 of it. You're playing 1 Computer Search in your deck.
If I could play 1, I would play 1. If I could play 2, I would play 2.
But
if I could play 4, I would play 4.
Techs are good as one-ofs, and now you just have like an extremely strong tech versus some other...
It's not even tech. It's like, that's like...
No, I'm not calling Computer Search tech. I'm calling Gold Potion tech card.
Yeah.
What he's saying is that if you're going to play one of a card, then you're probably going to want to, you usually do it because it's a tech card. You're fitting it in, you're squeezing it in. Computer Search is essentially like your 9th supporter. You have your 4, and you have your 4 Juniper, you have your 1 Computer Search, and then you build. That's kind of how Computer Search is
Let me tell you a really good hand. It's going to come up a lot now.
Like what?
Computer Search, Ultra Ball, 4 random cards, and Juniper. Do you know what that gets? Rare Candy, Pokemon, Stage 2, boom, you lose. Or your side loses.
Is that a 7-card hand? So you're starting with this? I'd like to see you play a Rare Candy on the first turn. I'd like to see that, buddy.
Hey, I'm just giving you at any point in the game.
The reason why Gold Potion isn't very good is because you can only play one of them. It only heals your active, and Max Potion and Potion already exist, so... Why would you waste your one of ACE SPEC card on something that pretty much has all the effects existing already? If you really wanted to, you could also play Super Scoop Up. So there's just other cards that do that effect already.
So I guess if I don't think Computer Search is that good, and that's being beside the point, your argument is none of the other ones are really good either.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, I can buy that.
Pretty much. There's the one that adds 50 damage to one of the Kirami X's. That might be situationally good, but those things are weak to Dragon, so...
I feel like you have to build your deck around that anyways.
I mean, there's going to be another ACE SPEC later down the line where it's Item Finder.
Yeah,
so.
That'll be a tough choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
When you have Item Finder versus Computer Search, then you're just like, oh no, what do I do?
Item Finder being a junk arm, you mean?
I don't know what Item Finder does, so...
I don't know what they're going to call it for the ACE SPEC version.
Dowsing machine.
There we go.
So
it's the same effect.
It's junk
arm.
Oh, okay. Alright.
They realize their mistakes.
I know what it is. Thanks.
Yeah, but that's in the future. We'll see when that happens.
Okay. Now, I don't think it's as cut as dry as Kyle says. I think that Computer Search is clearly, I mean, it's definitely the best ACE SPEC by a mile. And I'm not arguing that. I am going to say, though, that I feel like there's room for Gold Potion to fit into the set, or to fit into some decks. I don't know what decks. I actually haven't even began theorizing or anything like that. I just feel like the card's power level is high enough because there's going to be some decks that just can't afford to be able to max Potion. I mean, every deck's High Dragon, not every deck.
Do you know what you can Computer Search
for?
I
need that extra consistency card. I can gamble a little bit.
Gold Potion. Wait, dang it!
You know what card you can Computer Search for? Max Potion.
I just said that. Well, I guess I'm lagging again. But I just said that there's going to be a lot of decks that don't necessarily have. All right, I'm lagging. I'm lagging.
I know what you're getting at. I haven't met one of those decks yet in this format.
Neither have I. And that's a disclaimer that I've used. That's a disclaimer I've actually said right now. I can't think of a deck that does it yet, but I can imagine that there's going to be a deck that's going to want to do that, and probably more than one. I feel like Gold Potion's good enough to be able to be considered. It'll almost always play second fiddle to Computer Search, but I feel like it'll definitely see some play, and I wouldn't just like write it off ever. The other ones I probably would though.
I'm playing Registeel because it's not weak to anything good, and then I'm gonna play Gold Potion, and I'm playing Recycle. Oh yeah!
Let's be real. Let's go move on
You
to the
never
next.
kill me. Never
Let's
kill
move
me.
on to the next best trainer.
All right. So my next question though is the few cards that we have seen out of the set. Which one excites you the most and why? And Pram, go first.
Skyla. That card gets
Correct.
everything.
It excites him the most.
All right, Pram.
There's a full art one.
I know.
He's already pre-ordered 4. Don't worry.
Skyla is like ridiculous. Like it gets. It says trainer.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Which
it
means
gets everything.
items, supporter.
Yeah.
Stadium too.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
I was like, you just play like a Tornadus EX deck with like Skylas. You just be like, oh, I'll get a stadium. Oh, I need
Finally,
a plus power.
my Twist Mountain
Oh.
deck's gonna work.
Yeah, or something.
Are you gonna play 4
Good luck.
stadiums in your Tornadus deck, or are you just gonna play 4 Skylas, 1 stadium? Because then you can just kind of play 4 stadiums.
Probably no. That's not usually true because you can Skyla for like a catcher.
4 Twist Mountain.
Do you guys feel like Skyla is good enough to be to replace either of the top 2 supporters, or do you think it's always going to be 4, or not necessarily always, but 4 and then Skyla?
I think it's going to be a addition to. I don't think you would go 4 of because you would start losing huge on card advantage.
Card selection probably, but yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Card drawing.
Yeah, so like eventually your hand would just run dry, and then you being able to search for one card wouldn't really do anything. But
Oh, your hand never drive with Skyla.
But I think if there's yeah, it's okay, Kyle. You can. I think if there's ever a card that lets you refresh your hand or in some way via ability, then Skyla is just gonna go up to a 4 of. It's just that good.
Okay. You mean a card like Bicycle? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think Bicycle's good enough for that.
Bicycle's a little iffy. You need something like consistently, like I guess the examples would have been Claydol and Uxie. Magnezone would have been a good one. Magnezone Prime, rather.
Supporter that isn't a supporter.
Maybe, yeah, but you get what I'm getting at. So, also, like, Skyla is, like, really huge for setup decks like Hydreigon and Blastoise, where you can be like, I have a Blastoise and a Squirtle and a Skyla. Guess I'm getting Blastoise out this turn.
Oh yeah. You actually hit the nail on the head, in that this is one of the very first trainers in might be the first trainer in a very long time that actually makes you be able to search for rare candy. That's what these setup decks have been missing all the time. What?
There's a card that has 2 teenage girls on it that was pretty good.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not teenagers.
Oh yeah.
Kyle,
He's old.
I think they were like,
Whatever.
8.
Young girls. We'll go with that.
I don't even think they were teens, man. Yeah, you're right. I apologize. I have a terrible memory.
Those 9-year-old girls.
It's been so long since we've had one of these cards. A couple
I'm
months.
apologizing to the twins, alright? Aside from twins, which was obviously a great card, but couldn't fit into every deck, we haven't had one of these cards that really lets you go like, all right, well, I'm going to get my rare candies out. I'm going to be able to set up like the way I intended to, and having to randomly find the rare candies is so hard, and that's such a turnoff too. And you're absolutely right on that point, Pram. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I know.
Kyle, thoughts?
I do like Skyla for giving us at least another option for a supporter. 'Cause I think everyone feels really limited by, you play Juniper and N, and then like, what's my third supporter? The default was Bianca or Sharon for some people. Now I think it's probably Skyla for most people. There's also Hugh in the set, but that's not a very good card. So we have Skyla. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're also saying that Skyla is the most exciting card in the set for you.
No, not in the whole set. No, it's definitely the best. Well, not the best, but one of the most exciting trainers in the set. Probably next to Computer Search. The best cards have to be Landorus EX, and then Blastoise and Keldeo. I mean, those are by far the 3 best cards in the set, and we're going to see those get put into decks immediately. Landorus will probably be the one that makes the immediate impact, and then it'll take a while for people to figure out how to build the whole Blastoise deck. But those are the most exciting cards overall.
Okay. And Potter.
For me, I think it's Landorus, or I think it's Squirtle. I think Squirtle is really good. Like, the fact that you can't hit it on the bench for 30 with a Darkrai, I actually think that's just, like, so ridiculously good compared to it not having that. Like, for me, Blastoise seems like 100% more playable because that card exists.
It's true.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they knew that bench damage was good.
From a card a year ago.
All right. Although you're absolutely right, I actually think that the most exciting card of the set is Skyla, just because it gives you so many options. I don't think it's the best card in the set, not even close. But it like makes you kind of like want to deck build a little bit more. It excites you for kind of like making a new list, revamping your old list and whatnot. Because I mean, some people are going like, oh man, does that mean I can cut random receiver? I don't think you can, but some people are saying, oh well, there's this opportunity. Maybe now I can add stadiums. And all this other stuff, and yeah, Skyla just gives you all these opportunities, and I just feel like deck builders are gonna go crazy over this card. Obviously there's powerful Pokemon, and obviously Computer Search is probably the most powerful trainer to be in the set. But, irrelevant. Like I think Skyla is just gonna be really exciting to deck build around. All right, so now we've established that. Is there any closing thoughts for you guys on the set? Obviously, once we get the full set, once we see all the scans, we're gonna do an in-depth review. But is there anything that you guys want to mention before we leave this subject?
I like Charizard. I like the whole Charizard line with Celebi EX. That's cool. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's that good, but it's cool because like you can go Split Bomb all day. And then they'll like hit into you, and then you can like drop Celebi EX for the Charmeleon's Rage. Too bad you lose to Keldeo, but hey.
Too bad.
Can't beat them all. Kyle?
I like the Audino. One's got the Busybody ability that lets you discard it, and then you heal 10, and then get rid of special conditions. I think that's a nifty little mechanic.
Bad Deck Monday? Deck Monday?
They saw Excelgor.
You kidding me? That's like a tech index to avoid special
You don't
conditions.
start with it.
You don't. Doesn't have to be.
They saw Excelgor Vileplume, and they were like, oh no.
Yeah, this is going to be on my bad deck. The whole strategy is just to play 4 Audinos, and then discard them and heal 10 every time. Take that.
If you don't do it, I will. So you better do it.
I'm going to discard the first one, and they'll be like, alright, cool. And then I'll discard the second one, and they'll be like, that's a little strange. And then I'll discard the third one, and they'll be like, alright, what's going on? And then they won't expect the fourth one, that's for sure.
And then you super brought it back, and you're like, yeah, I got more of this coming later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Alright. Potter.
I think Flygon's pretty cool. You're putting the damage on in between turns. I don't know if the paralysis, like doing paralysis often is a I don't know, like feasible thing, but I feel like it could be something in the future.
Not without Dino around, it's not.
It also combos well with Celebi because the Brava knows 50 and 10 across.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Squirtle's gonna laugh at Flygon's face.
Celebi's pretty good, guys.
Those guys that you put on your bench and you like flip a coin, if heads they're asleep, Is that thing around, or is that in Heart
Luna.
Gold Silver?
Muna.
Luna?
Muna.
Luna.
The
That's
thing that
around?
evolves into Mushana.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Wait, no. It's not an attack, it's a power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an ability from the bench, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's the same ability as Drowsy from Team Rocket, I think. Long distance hypnosis.
You can also start
I don't
playing.
do it. I can do a Selgor and just move it up.
Yeah.
All right. So now the next topic we're going to cover before we get to viewer questions is going to be Pokemon card, the card game online, trading card game online. Bumble that one.
PTCGO.
Yes, that thing.
Pokemon
All right.
Online game card
Yeah, that
trading.
thing. Yes. Yeah, I played cards with it.
Dragons.
OGCTP.
All right, guys.
Catch them
All right,
all.
about a year ago or so, probably longer now. PTCGO came out. We were all excited. Trading was up. Everything was up for it. Everybody thought, this is the next best thing. And then what happens? The bugs get out of control. They have a lot of internal problems with their developers, and we all saw what happened. Then it went down. Everybody kind of forgot about it. Then it comes back up. No trading's on, so everybody gets really excited for the first couple of weeks, and then they realize, oh man, my decks suck. I can't make a complete deck, and no matter what I do, including myself. And I was missing like 1 or 2 cards for every deck, and it just made my decks really like subpar compared to what they could be. So I just said, you know what, this is boring, and so did a lot of other people. So everybody forgot about the game again. Now trading came back up. It's exciting all over again. People are getting excited again, and you guys feel like this is kind of a trend where now we're going to find some other thing to, to turn us off to the game, and then we're going to forget all over again, or is PTCGO finally here to stay? Please tell me I'm not lagging. You guys are giving
You
me the
liked
shit.
it at the end of it.
If I could make a really good C3PO impression, I would, but I can't. So, God, I'm sure you understood what I was trying to say.
C-3PO talks in English. What are you talking about?
I know I was going to be the C3PO to his R2D2, man. Don't stop ruining my joke.
Billion different
My
languages.
joke. Look, dude, just because you don't have a sense of humor doesn't mean I don't. All right, I had the joke. The joke was
Look,
there.
man, just admit you picked the wrong robot.
No, man, I didn't. I actually meant to say C3PO. I almost said R2D2 too. All right, now thoughts.
R2D2 too? No, it's just R2D2. There's no 2-2.
If throw this bowl of soup across the screen without ruining it, I would. All right, thoughts, Kyle.
Alright, Pokemon TCG Online. Everyone knows that I have played tons of games on this thing, stream it a lot. I want this to succeed more than anything. Unfortunately, just there are some small problems that keep it from really progressing to where it needs to be. The biggest problem for me has been, now that trading is back up, that it lags a lot. It takes forever to do what you want to do. Just the whole system needs to be streamlined, and the game, ever since I started trading, has crashed a lot. It takes up a ton of memory. Like if you look down in the control panel thing, you can see how much memory things are using, and it uses a ton of memory. And this is why the game crashes so often. Basically what happens is, every time you go to trade, it tries to load every single image on the page, including like the animations for the foils. So like 100 foil animations go off at once, and it slows everything down. And then the longer you play, the slower it gets, and then eventually you just you have to close it and start all over. So in order to improve this, they really need to pay memory, and it lags a lot. So if that doesn't change, people are not going to want to play it.
All right. Speaking of lagging a lot, was Kyle the one lagging here, or was it me again?
No,
All right.
no.
All right. It's got to be kind of like our central Skype that's lagging because we're all kind of having issues. So we apologize for that. Kyle, can you explain one more time, because you actually lagged quite a bit. We couldn't make out what you were saying.
Where did I lag? Everywhere?
The last half. Enjoy.
Thanks. I remember. Basically, what I was getting at was that if I don't fix everything with how much memory it takes up, the game's just going to be way too slow. People are going to get frustrated when they try to play, and then when the game crashes, people are just going to give up. why would I want to waste my time getting frustrated at this thing when I just crashes every time I play for like 30 minutes? So if they don't fix the whole memory issue, I'm very scared of what's going to happen for the game. They are making progress, though. They've fixed some bugs here and there, and there's still a lot out there, but they fixed some bugs. Trading is up, but it still needs a lot of improvement.
Okay. Yeah, whenever I started playing PTCGO again, old Betsy over here decided to overheat on me, and it really scared me quite a bit. But if my computer here can handle it, I'm sure a lot of other more modern computers can too. But you are right that the overheating is going to become an issue, and I would like to see that fixed because, I mean, there's got to be a way to stop like 100 animations from trying to load. It doesn't seem, that difficult. But then again, I'm not a developer, so. Potter, thoughts?
There's definitely ways that they can fix this. I have like a pretty new computer, and it even like lagged a little bit when I was playing, so that's like for something that you download to you're not playing it like off of the browser like you were before. Since you're downloading it, like they should really have that problem like fixed. They just need to keep plugging away and keep making improvements, and I mean that's just what they need to do. And I like the program a lot. I mean, I think the way they have the graphics set up, like, and the fact that the cards it's gonna be, I don't know, it just seems more vibrant and stuff than like Magic the Gathering Online. It's just more enjoyable to look at. So, I mean, that's good. They just need to continue to fix things.
Got a visitor over there.
Oh yeah, he's back, baby. I agree with you, and I hope Pram doesn't, so that he can speak for a little while. Because I'll be right back.
Well, I think for the most part, a lot of. Okay, you're good. All right. I think for the most part, they know what's up with their game. They know what they need to fix. So, I'm sure they've noticed. Hey, people are complaining about the game, the trading's being laggy, things like that. So I'm sure they'll get on it. As for how long it'll take, we'll see. Features, I think. I mean, like, the previous version had trading, had all that. So we just got to where they were then. So now it's kind of like, people dropped off back then, where do you go from there? Well, a lot of people who play online games are like really OCD about like rankings and stuff, so I think they're going to really need to implement some kind of like either finish the tournament feature or finish some kind of ladder system, one or the other, and then finish the other one. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I think they need to do. I've traded a little bit. I think it's there's some things that I dislike with it. Like I don't like how I have to click into every trade to see what it's actually trading for.
You don't like how you owe me tons of cards?
No, it's fine.
Good
Right.
Good answer.
Yeah, the trading thing is terrible, man. I spent I don't know, about 5 hours on it now, just trying to figure out how to trade as good as possible, and it is not a fun system to work with. Aside from the lag, aside from the actual like overheating issue, you have to manually click on it. Like if I want to trade 8 packs or something like that, I have to click on 8 packs, over and over again in this laggy system, and it's just not an enjoyable experience. But at least I can trade.
Yeah, that's one thing that was like a huge issue for me, because I was giving someone a couple like trainers, right, and I couldn't like select 4 level ball and just throw it all into one screen. I was like level ball, and that's like you have to do each one individually, so you have to like type in level ball 4 times to get 4 level balls in the screen. So it's very tedious.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Just some way to get that. Just make it so I can just type in 4 Ultra Ball, and I can just grab a section of 4 Ultra Ball and throw it in, or 4 Level Ball, or 4 whatever.
Yeah, a lot of just the simple formatting things are really messed up. Like, every time you post a new trade, it goes back to the public trade section, which is why it gets so slow again. So, like, you say, okay, I'm doing a public trade, and you send it through, and it says, alright, your trade is there. But then it sends you back to the public trade thing, which then forces you to load everything on the screen again, and then it makes it lag horribly. And then if you want to make another offer, you have to go through the whole process again. And then, for some reason, the thing is unchecked where it says, show me only offers I can fulfill or something like that.
Yeah.
And you have to check it every single time. It's so annoying.
I kind of want that, like, default checked.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't make sense to have it the other way. That's another annoying thing. And, yeah, just trading in general, like, when you want to add a card, you have to click, like, add card. And then you have to go through all the filters, search for the card you want, and then one by one you click, you hit OK, and then, as Pram said, you have to redo it over and over and over.
It wouldn't be so
It's
bad
just-
if they saved your filters.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, the filters
Yeah.
were saved to be much less of a nightmare. One thing me and Pram were talking about before trading came back up is making a top cut account, on PTCGO, where we would just actually have like a playset of every card, which would save us headaches when it comes to actually each of us trying to make decks. And with the current trading system, good luck, Pram. I'm not doing that.
Nope.
There's no way.
I saw that.
There's
I
no
was
way
just
I'm gonna
like,
be doing
this isn't happening.
Yeah. That would take literally probably a week, to be honest. I mean, that's just not fun.
It'd be like sessions. We'd have like energy drinks here. We'd just be like,
I'll take this. I'll take this next shift. Don't worry.
it's
You got,
Like, loud.
the crash counter on the wall, you gotta flip it. Another one. Gets up to 25,
Or if you ever hit cancel,
26.
if you ever hit cancel on a big one, you just go, oh! Like you like take a picture of your wall. There's like 20 fist holes in there. You're just like, this is all the times I've hit cancel or back or switch people. Oh.
So I guess we're gonna have to try a different plan because that's not gonna work out. I think we're all gonna have to have individual play sets.
Why don't you just send codes to somebody, like all the codes that we get?
I don't know, man. We got to figure something out. But this
Send them to me.
plan A isn't gonna work. Potter, your thoughts? Aside from toilet paper.
What are we talking about?
You already got his thoughts, man.
No, we didn't. Not on this.
Did
No,
we
we
get-
didn't, man. Pooka was the first one I asked, and then I asked Pram.
No.
I'm on top of this, boys.
What was the specific question? And I'll tell you if I answered this or not.
I can't remember the specific
Yeah.
question, dude.
Really. But you can remember that he answered it.
Of course I can, because I asked you and then I asked Pram. Look, man. Just make a question up and go with it.
Ben, what's your favorite color and your least favorite color?
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
That second part was so hard to come up with. Color is light blue, Oxford blue, if you will, because makes you look smart. I don't want to look smart. Biggest insult is when people tell me I look dumb, or not I look dumb, but I am dumb. I am dumb. But least favorite color.
It's okay. Come on.
I don't know.
Nobody's
Turquoise,
judging
right?
you.
Turquoise.
Blue. not light blue. Like New York Giants blue. That's
All
my
right.
least favorite color.
One more question for you then. Why
Just
do you
start-
have a
What?
tower of toilet paper behind you? Literally a tower.
What do you think it's for?
You're bum. You're bum, I'm hoping. Oh, are you gonna go
Yeah, but
toilet
it's in
paper
my-
house?
We've hit new lows, guys. I'm sorry.
Are you like? Why did you ask me this question? I think you know what it's for. Crim.
No.
Last week, not last week, but the week before last, before the show, Crimson fooling around with his webcam. He like moved over. You just see this roll of toilet paper like randomly in his room.
Look, man, I'm telling you, I was sick. All right, I have an excuse. There's a difference between one roll of toilet paper and a tower. First of all, how do you even buy that much toilet? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you randomly just decide I'm going to buy?
There's 18 rolls of toilet paper there.
I'm sure there is.
There's 24 rolls.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you have an infatuation with toilet paper?
Rolls of toilet paper for the
Take a
joke.
break.
There's no break to be given here, man. All right. So, anyways, I don't think we've actually covered exactly what I wanted to cover, which is obviously the trading isn't perfect. Trading is far from perfect, but at least we got it back. Kyle said that he thinks that there's still too many bugs and that the trading is going to be a turnoff or whatever. But do we anticipate that PTCGO is not going to be here to stay, I guess? Is that what we're getting at?
I think it'll be here to stay. There's always going to be people playing it. Once they actually do put in some kind of like reason to play, other than just to play, I think it'll pick up a lot of play. I said play like 5 times already. Jeez. It'll pick up a lot of people will want to play the game, not simply just to play Pokemon, but because they want to like go. I want to be number 1 on the ladder. I want to win some like 8-man tournaments, things like that. So when they finally do that, I think it'll kind of get a foothold into the community.
Yeah, I think right now there's just like no real incentive to be playing this game. It was fun at first when it came out, and then there were bugs that made it less fun to play. There was no trading. That lost a lot of people. So now trading's back, and it got people excited at first, but personally, when I started trading, I was like, all right, I'm excited. This is back. I can start to get the cards I need. And then after about like 20 minutes, I was like, this takes too much work. I mean, if it lost someone like me who's going to play this game no matter what's it going to do to the casual person? So I definitely think people are fading away from using this program, but it's not going anywhere. I think Pokemon is committed to having this program run because they know how important it is. They know that if they can get this up and running, they're going to draw in a lot of players, and it's going to be huge. But for the time being, it's just there's no real draw. There's no ladder system like Pram said. There's no tournaments. There's no reward for playing. And if there's no reward for playing, then why are you playing a game in the first place?
It feels like we're almost coming up with new. I don't want to call them excuses, but that's really what they are. New excuses for this thing not fulfilling everybody's expectations every time. Now, granted, I don't necessarily think it's our fault as the top cut or anything like that. But it is true that like we're always coming up with new barriers like for the game not to really keep progressing forward. Before it was trading isn't up. Before it was there's too many bugs and so forth and so forth. Now we're getting to the point where it's just like, well, at least now some of the bugs are fixed. The trading's up. It sucks, but it's up. Now we just don't have any incentive to play. Now, I mean, granted, there was a lot of reasons that we just got focusing on the biggest reason every time. But I'm beginning to wonder if like maybe it's just I don't want to say doomed because I don't think it's doomed, but I'm beginning to wonder if maybe it's just like too many reasons, too many important things that just never happened right. So once we get done with the next big problem, we're like, oh man, there's a lot more problems here that we just really thought about, and it's kind of a shame.
The nice thing about people's memories is they quickly forget about a lot of the bad things as soon as something really good hits them. So like, if we ever reach a spot where like everything's running just great, people will just look back and be like, yeah, that era was kind of a downer, but hey, at least now we got all this cool stuff. So it's just kind of like a matter of just kind of like holding on and getting there. When we get there, it'll be like great, but until then, we can just keep pointing out stuff and just be like, hey, I think your game can be better if you do this. You might want to look into that.
I do think that's true. People will forget if it works eventually. This thing's been going on for like 2 years. It's in beta still. I mean, people don't forget the fact that this thing was running for over a year and nothing got fixed. That leaves a sour taste in people's mouths. So many people were super pessimistic about, yeah, whatever, they're making a new version. It's just gonna suck like the last one. They're not gonna fix it, and then we've started off with a bunch of bugs, and they're like, see, same thing. I'm not even gonna bother wasting my time on this thing. And now, how far along are we into this one? At least probably like 6 months by now. And, there's still a lot of major changes that need to happen. So I think people's patience is wearing thin, and it's sad because there's so much potential for this program, but there's so many little things just holding it back. I know they're probably doing the best they can with it, but at some point you have to put out a product that people are going to want to play. And I think 2 years... that's probably too long.
Yeah.
Okay. And Potter, you've been quiet for a while. Your thoughts?
I think I actually think they're doing a good job. It's just taking them too long to do it. And that whole period when it first came out, I feel like that shouldn't have even existed. Why didn't they just play it themselves and realize how bad it was? I mean, it's nice to put something new out there for players to want to do, but when it's so bad, all you're going to get is criticism. Now it's kind of a good thing that you get the criticism from players because it seems more useful because the program's certainly better than it was before, but it's still not progressing as quickly as it should be based on when it was released. But I think they'll just keep plugging away, and eventually they'll get to where they want to be. And then they'll just be hardly any, there'll be an occasional bug here and there, but otherwise, most of the time, there won't be as many complaints.
Yeah, when we get to a point where all they have to do is input code for a set, it'll be easy street. Everything will be fine. Just gotta get there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kyle.
The thing that, even just general things can be very frustrating about the program. I was trying to play against Jason Gozinski last night. I am glad that you can actually challenge people now, and you can actually talk to friends. That's an improvement by far, because that didn't exist in the whole year that the other program was up. But, I tried to play just a game against him, and the first one we play, his Terrakion has a dark energy on it, and he has a dark eye on his bench, and the dark cloak doesn't activate, so his Terrakion is just stuck there with a 4 retreat cost. Game is ruined. So there's still glitches like that can completely ruin a game. I don't know why that still exists, but it does. So we try to play one game, they're like, alright, that's really annoying, but we'll just play another one. And then play another one, his game crashes, he gets the message that says too many heap sections or something like that. His game crashes, alright, we'll play another one.
Deck.
Huh? Oh. And then play another one, and then my game crashes. Too many heap sections. And then finally a fourth time we get to play a game. So that is so frustrating for anybody trying to play. You have to go through it 4 times to finally get to play the game. That's unacceptable. And even though it's still a beta, it's kind of embarrassing to have a product like that out there. That stuff can happen. I hope it gets fixed soon.
I'm really surprised you guys managed to keep going. I probably after the second one I'd be all right, this isn't gonna work out, man. But yeah, I guess if it's frustrating the most dedicated players in Pokemon, if it's frustrating the Kyles and the Jasons to the point where it's just dude, this is insane. Then like Kyle said, really the casual players who just kind of want to sit down, play a couple of games of Pokemon before they go to bed or whatever. If they have a 45 minutes to kill, they're not gonna enjoy sitting there for 45 minutes trying to make the bugs stop working, no matter how much people claim that it's still beta. Now, with that said, once the game actually gets to where it wants to be, eventually, then I hope that the casual players decide to go oh, dude, I have 45 minutes to kill. Let me play some Pokemon, and that's what really generates the excitement. That's what really makes people go oh, you're playing Pokemon, man? Oh, I haven't played that game in years or whatever, and that'll get the ball rolling. But until then, in the meantime, it'll be like, oh, I have 45 minutes to kill. Let me play some Pokemon. And then his friend's sitting there going like, yeah, bro, your program keeps crashing, and I think I see some steam coming out of your computer. At that point, it's just it's not going to be it's nothing to be proud of, and obviously we aren't proud, but hopefully people keep issuing constructive criticism. Hopefully people keep trying this beta program out, because if we don't, then unfortunately it'll kind of just stall there, and people need this. Like, these guys need this feedback. They need us to let them know about the bugs. They need us to let them know that that our computers are borderline breaking down on us because we're playing this game and everything, and that's what's going to get them to motivate them to fix it. And that's what's actually gonna, not necessarily motivate them, but going to give them the information that they need in order to fix this stuff. So anyways, like I said, it was a slow news week. I'm going to ask you guys one more time, anything else that you guys want to cover before we go on break, and then cover the viewer questions. Starting with Potter.
Nope.
Done. Kyle.
Give me drafting, give me tournaments, and I will be playing this game all the time.
Oh, baby.
What is with you
Listen to
people?
Kyle one time. What do you mean?
Like drafting Pokemon cards? I've never enjoyed it once. It's just...
We do it religiously, man. Like, are you kidding me?
It was fun before EXs came out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've never, like... I don't know if you've heard on how I gauge if something's fun or not, but this is how it works. If I win, I find it fun. So
I was about to say that.
I constantly find drafting fun, because I win at it.
I didn't have fun doing it.
That wasn't really a draft.
How'd you do?
What are you talking about? I wasn't talking about you.
That was a sealed.
I wasn't talking about you.
No. Oh.
I'm talking about, we did a draft with, I don't know what set it was, but you were in Philadelphia and we were in Virginia.
I mean, like, it's really cool when you, like, go, yeah, these guys aren't going in my color. Which is like, yeah, these guys, I'm gonna, like, run over these people. Oh no.
Kyle's trying to say something, but he's lagging out, so.
I would like them to, like, maybe look over the limited format, though. I don't know if 40 cards might be too big for, like, Pokemon decks. I don't know.
No, there's no way. Like, you just need more booster packs. Like, the trick is adding more boosters, not taking cards away.
I don't know, man.
They're better for drafting.
It's almost like your lines are too tiny. So, like, your deck is just always inconsistent. So maybe,
Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
They made too many
Pokemon.
Kyle? You still there?
Alright, with that, I think we'll go on break, yeah?
Alright, yeah, we will.
Alright, we'll be back in, like, 5...